And here to look at what we've been listening to Jen and Dan talk about. The storms, boy, they've caused problems for hours this evening. Injuries, a tornado, heavy winds, hail.
And as Dan talked about, transitioning now to a flood event we need to worry
That's right.
about.
Yeah, the storms have really been going strong, looking at the clock for more than 4 hours now. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Parts of North Texas still under that tornado warning. It's set to expire at 9:15. There are reports of significant damage to homes in Hunt County along Highway 69. Those reports from the National Weather Service in Fort Worth, also from the Hunt County Sheriff. We talked to him live here tonight on Fox 4. Here's a live picture. One of our photographers headed that way.
Well, and there's been so much lightning out there, and you can still see the rain there on the windshield. Hail and tornadoes, really the only threat right now. We have video from flooding. That is from Aubrey. That was sent in to us by a viewer, and that's where we've gotten so many of our pictures in the video. And again, this is in Aubrey. Dan Henry and Jennifer Myers have been keeping us all forewarned all evening long. We want to go back to you two for the very latest on what's happening right now.
All right, well, we still have warnings in effect, and as we've been saying, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but we actually have flash flood warnings in effect for a good portion of areas to the north of the Metroplex, despite us being in this severe drought. But Denton County, Collin County, Hunt County, all under flash flood warnings until 10:45. Why is that, you ask? Well, as I put up the Doppler rainfall estimates product here, you notice not much rain at all has fallen across much of Dallas County. We've had some heavy downpours in portions of northern Tarrant County, but look, where you're seeing these yellow to orange and red colors, a swath of 3 to 6 inches of rainfall. In fact, there may be a little bullseye here north of Farmersville where we've had in excess of 6 inches of rain. Too much water for the ground to handle. We're getting a tremendous amount of runoff. That has produced flash flooding. In addition, Paloma Creek in Denton County, it has gone over its banks. It's approaching homes there, and that has caused a concern for flooding homes there. I'll bring back the radar product here. By far, the most intense thunderstorm activity we have at this hour continues from eastern Collin County through much of Hunt County, eastward through Delta County, and into northern Hopkins County. And look at the cluster of cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, several hundred of them in just the last hour alone. That tornado warning continues until 9:15. Let me remove the echoes here for you, the radar. This is where the tornado warning continues for much of Delta County, including you folks in Cooper and far northern Hopkins County. The National Weather Service is going to continue that for another 12 or 13 minutes or so. That's the same storm that's had a history of producing damage, including perhaps a couple of tornadoes in Hunt County and also in Collin County a little bit earlier this evening. The rotation not quite as strong, not quite as organized as it was earlier this evening, but they are still concerned enough about that storm that they're going to let that tornado warning ride for at least another 12 minutes. Looking back here at our chat session, I'm going to bring that up here momentarily to give you the very latest information. In fact, Jen, why don't you read some of the latest information on
Okay,
that?
the local storm report from the National Weather Service saying Cooper in Delta County, the emergency manager there reporting hail of golf ball size. So we are still not finished with seeing that large, severe sized hail. Still, that tornado warning extends until 9:15. This evening for Delta and Hopkins County. Still haven't confirmed a tornado on the ground at the moment, but this storm has a history of producing tornadoes. And of course, they just want to make sure that people are getting to their safe spots just in case we see another confirmation of a tornado on the ground.
Thank you, Jen. And that kind of pretty much recaps what we've got going on here weather-wise. It looks like we're on a downward trend now with the severe weather, certainly from the Dallas-Fort Worth area and points to the north and west. However, if you live north and east of Dallas, you still have a threat, a tornado potential here for at least the next couple or few hours. It looks to me, though, that this is transitioning more into a flash flooding threat, a high wind threat, and still the threat of some large hail. So that is at least some good news that we can pass on to you. Steve, Heather?